From the gun, here's Watson. The quick slant caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
They'll go with Foreman, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here's Watson, going to throw on 3rd and goal. And he is in for the touchdown.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And now the Packers get set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. Here's Rodgers. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
319.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll toss it to Miller. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Come back, come back. Tiger, 22. Black 22. 2 jet. 2 jet.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 32 yards. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9, from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
On second down, here's Rodgers. It gets it over the middle of the count. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Zoom, zoom. Zoom, zoom.
Rodgers now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41.
319! 319!
Rodgers now on first down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. It's the Wisconsin native and former Badger, J.J. Watt. In there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Boom! Sack, baby! Sack!
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
319! 319!
On play action. Now Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. It's caught inside the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
All the skills were on display on that big-time play. How about him blasting off the line of scrimmage, deep downfield, sells the post pattern in a big way, and that's really pretty easy to do because all defenders are taught not to get beat in the middle of the field. Then how about the agility to break it off towards the corner? Really nice.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. J.J. Watt in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And the pressure gets to him again. J.J. Watt able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Rodgers now after the sack. He'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And Crosby puts it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And now out comes Houston. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They run again with Foreman, and he's got some space here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On first down, Watson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The final shot before the break, Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. On 1st down, Rodgers. Flush to his right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that's complete to Lewis. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The former first-round pick, Kareem Jackson, there defensively.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
We got chips over here. Chips over here. Let's overload. Overload.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Flushed out right. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Grant. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Rodgers now to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery from 8 yards out. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Crosby on now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Here's a give to Miller. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Reset.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Down. Black 22. Black 22.
Watson hands this to Foreman. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Two jet. Two down. Two jet. Green the line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. They'll try the air now with Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Black 22. Black 22.
Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Mike Daniels makes the tackle. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And Miller with it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Kenny Clark continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Green the line! Green the line! Reset, reset, reset!
And Watson's going to throw it here. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Green the line! Green the line!
Watson. He's going to run, but he's... Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
319! 319!
They begin the drive with Williams. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Let's go.
He's back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Go.
He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cobb. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 41 yards. Back to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right, and that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And he missed it. He missed it right. It's no good. And that's going to cost him the football game. Well, we were prepping for overtime up here in the booth, partner. Thought for sure we were destined for OT. And then the chip shot field goal, no good. A tough loss.
Oh, without question, because when you're saying prepping, I was locked in. I think you were too. We're going to overtime. I was already gathering my thoughts about, okay, how do we start? What happens with the coin toss? Who's going to play defense first? And I have to admit, I'm in a little bit of shock that he missed that field goal.
I'm absolutely still in shock. Just a tough way to end it. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.